Hey guys, what is up? What is up? Welcome to Inside the Mind, episode number 14. I'm here with my guys, Nicky, Steez. How you doing, Nicky?
It's a beautiful day, man. Glad to be on here. So, yeah, I was
Yeah.
looking forward to it since yesterday. Start thinking about it a little bit.
Hey, me too, man. And by the way, guys, this episode will be on the Hardcore Sports Network Spotify, so make sure you tune into Spotify right after this. It will be right up there. And shout out to my guy London, who's been killing it in the intros. How'd you like the new intro, Nicky?
It's fire.
It was great, right? He's got a lot of he's done Earl Cole's intro, he's done the Queens of the Ring intro. So maybe we'll talk to him about getting yourself an intro. I have to get you a new countdown as well. I'll figure that out. So without further ado, guys, let's just get right into it because we got a lot to talk about here. How'd you become a content creator? I actually don't know this. I've been a big supporter of you, so kind
Really,
of
it
a interest.
started during COVID because, especially during that time period, we were on lockdown. There was very limited stuff to do. It just dragged out throughout 2020. Finally, by the fall, all I really had was just working for a few hours at the job I was at the time, a handful of days, going to the gym, taking a walk. Like I needed something else in there in my life. So I started doing YouTube. At first, I just started trying to do blog videos, but then I remember really where it started, it was like late 2020. I just decided to drop a rant after the Eagles lost to the Cowboys in week 16. It wasn't the best put together rant, but once I did it and I got over 100 views, I'm like, all right, I got something going here. Then from there, started checking out Philly content creators. First main one I stumbled across was Philly Mike, his week
Yeah,
17 stream. And then from there, it all started to slowly come together. Tone to Shields, eventually you, and then more after that.
yeah,
Then like
yeah,
2021, I started doing more vids during the off season about the Eagles and some 76ers vids. So that's when it
yeah,
started to come together around that time. But
yeah.
thanks to
It,
COVID,
right. A lot of people have been starting up during that time, and for me, it's just like I found you. I think I saw you. I don't think it was in Philly Mike chat. I think it was in Key in the Buildings chat once, and I think I found you. So I checked you out, and well, not that way. Pause. But yeah, I checked your content out. And I loved it, man. You're entertaining. You're knowledgeable, very realistic. As you know, I keep that very close to heart. I mean, and there's people out there in the Sixers, Eagles that are always like trying to reach for the clicks
oh
and the
my god, yeah.
views and all that stuff. So
Like you're right. I
that's what
remember
I
one of
really
the
like about
first
you.
about that I became a fan of years before I even started YouTube was Desert Eagle 90 because he was always
Yeah,
realistic with his takes on the Eagles.
yeah, yeah. Shout out to my guy Desert Eagle, man. I actually got to reach out to him. I haven't talked to that guy in a while.
Yeah, I
So
was like a fan of him late 2016 onward.
yeah, yeah. And where you're hiding too. I know you're a big supporter of where you're hiding as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite part about being a content creator?
For me, so far, I found my favorite things have been doing the live streams. It was like, because it was fun when I was young as a kid. Sometimes I try like playing NBA Live or Madden, try to call along the games. And I enjoy watching Sports Center. Well, if you remember back then, it was a different story. You still had better personalities with Stuart Scott and those guys. But yeah, it was cool doing that. Used to like how they would analyze it and try to do it during the games. Now, finally being on YouTube with doing live streams and play by plays, finally have the opportunity to do that now. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not at the same level those guys are doing, but it was cool, man. But it's cool. It started like the first live stream I really did was at Dallas, Washington, late 21. When was it? It was like it was a late regular season game when
yeah,
Washington was still trying to make a push. But I remember like that was the first time I actually called a game, and it was amazing feeling. Being like, holy shit, I actually sat down and called a game. Wasn't
yeah.
in the
Right.
studio, but still, it was awesome. And
Yeah.
then after
It's
that, I did a few NBA games with the Sixers. Just a nice
yeah.
feeling. And then, like, I come on here live, sometimes, it's like, hey, fifth grade me loves it.
Now you're doing it, man. Especially on the pick and
Right.
roll podcast every Wednesday at 5. We love having you on and your takes and everything. And the pick'ems, NFL pick'ems we used to do on Wednesday nights. We're gonna try to bring that back. So yeah, Nicky's been doing a lot of hard work, guys. A lot of hard work.
He's
If you
good.
guys have not subscribed to his channel yet, it's linked in the description. So, what is your least favorite part about being a content creator?
All the clips, baits, topics, like all the random talk. Like I remember like two of the most annoying one was people were trying to push the idea that Deshaun Watson was coming to the Eagles, and they kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. Like it started during the 21 off season, which didn't make any sense at the time. It's like Jalen Hurts had just played a handful of games. You still had him under contract. Were you really going to throw in the towel on him at that time? It's just one
Yeah,
example. And then after like the week 3 game against Dallas, people were starting that again after one bad game. And then I was so happy when the Browns took him just because I knew people would finally shut up about it. And
right.
like now you see now, like with LeBron to the Sixers, every offseason it tries to come up and just stupid stuff like that. All the false hype that people put out there. I've even made a few videos about it. And that's the thing I try to stay away from the most, especially now.
Yeah, especially now with
Like
the
a lot of
Sixers
times
right
I don't
now.
even tweet about it.
Right.
Like LeBron, I don't tweet. I'm not making any videos about it. This is the most I'll say about that right now.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Yeah,
I
stuff
mean,
like that.
it's crazy. It is crazy. I just can't stand that. But
And the drama, I can't stand when people try to do that. Like,
drama is the worst. The drama is the worst. And I can say this right now: the Hardcore Sports Network, drama free. That's all I can say about that. So, how'd you become a member of the Hardcore Sports Network?
I mean, late 2022 was like right around shortly after football season. I remember because I had done a couple, started doing some streams. I remember I did the week 1 game with the Rams and Bills opening night that game. And then after that, I did a few like previews and countdown. Then I think it was like, when was it? Like early, like somewhere between weeks 3 and 5, he gave me the invite to join the network, and I accepted it. And then shortly after that, I was on the Sunday countdown, then Pick'ems.
Yeah, the Sunday morning show. Yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna want you on that more often. So be on the lookout for that. But I remember kind of differently. I remember you hopping on MK headlines. I remember you wanting to be a guest on there, and then you were a guest. I forget which episode it was,
Oh, it was like
but
in the spring of going into the draft.
yeah, something like that. And then I was like, I asked you right there and then you were like, yeah, I'm in. And then I had to talk about it with AK, who's actually the founder of Hardcore Sports. I'm only the co-founder, and he was like, yeah, he's in. And that's it. That's basically what happened. What and now favorite part about being in the hardcore sports?
You got a lot. You get favorite part is you got different people with different takes, especially because now I started to interact more with people and follow their videos and had it created a greater platform for me to share my takes with people, listen to other people's takes. Guys like
Yeah,
Randy, NYG, rest in peace.
yeah,
And you can get some of the other, of course, you got guys like Rios, Coach Ed Gladney, which is an awesome addition.
yeah.
Halftime and all those guys. That was the best part, having a bunch of people from different parts of the world or for the country that otherwise I would not have the opportunity to interact with. It's like I said in
Right.
the remembering Jeff, the cool part about it.
Mm-hmm. And I actually met Philly halftime. Like, I would never believe that I could meet someone who does this, and it was so surreal. So yeah, I met him during WrestleMania. Me and him were tailgating and just like shooting the shit. So for me, I'm just like, that is my favorite part about the Hardcore Sports Network and what we have built. And there's more stuff coming, guys. There's more stuff coming. Let that be known. And something that we may not know about you, Nikki. What is something that we do not know about
It's interesting. I mean, I told you, but for the audience, you probably
Yeah.
would never guess it. So I have a set of parents, Eagles fan and a Giants fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure the chat's gonna cause surprise by that one, but
Like,
I mean that would actually segue into another question a little bit. I'm
yeah.
sure you're
So
gonna
I just
have.
gotta ask. I gotta ask this. It's not part of the questions. How did that, like, Eagles for Giants? What is that game like then?
Well, for it's similar to what it always was. I mean, my dad was always like the most emotional about sports, no matter like under all circumstances. So it was always like that. And of course, my mom cheers for the Giants, but she doesn't get like as emotionally involved as my dad would.
Right.
But unfortunately, my dad's not here anymore. But when he was, that's
Oh,
how it worked. And it was like,
sorry.
yeah,
Sorry
it
to
was,
hear that.
yeah, like sometime, like he always had a habit of like taking it a little too serious sometimes. So it was always the case. Like the person who naturally took it serious and hollered and cursed the TV always did that. The other was a lot more mellow about it.
Yeah. Right.
I
Right.
remember there was
And
one story where they went to a game at the vet, and mom had just a blue hat, and some asshole threw it.
all right. Yeah. And now, favorite childhood memory that is not sports related. Give me your favorite childhood memory.
It's not sports related. Favorite one was going to Indianapolis around Thanksgiving weekend in 2007 with my uncle, aunt, and a few and their kids, staying there for a few days. What is it? Because we went there, we stayed, did Thanksgiving, but then the next day we went. Where did we go? We went to the Indianapolis 500 track. It went there and toured it, and then later that night when they did the parade, I guess it's like one of the early Christmas parades. We went to my aunt's office, all of us, and watched. It was like me, my mom, uncle, aunt, and the kids,
Yeah.
and their kids. We all went up there. And so Saturday we ended up going back. We came back home. My mom took the flight back. We left the night before Thanksgiving. We actually kind of got lucky with traffic. We were able to
Yeah.
get in. Uncle picked us up from the airport, drove us to his place. We just had a fun time there. Just a few days away from family to different surrounding. I mean, got to see the Indianapolis 500 track, which don't really care for NASCAR, but it was a cool visual. Got to see an office view of a Christmas parade, which, and what else was funny? I remember they went to go shopping. My mom, my aunt, for Black Friday. They got up early. I
Oh
actually
yeah.
volunteered to get up. It's like, and they're like, okay, we'll try to wake you. And sure enough, I got up full of energy early in the morning. Got myself a few games for the PSP, but
That is
crazy
great.
at that age, before even hitting 13, I was up early, full of
I'm telling
energy.
you this right now. I'm not much into Black Friday shopping. I am not. I
No,
am
that's
a
the
guy who just like Cyber Monday is more my speed
yep,
because you can just buy everything online.
yep.
So that is for
That's
me.
the
But
only time I ever went shopping on Black Friday in my life. Only time.
yeah. So here's Spongy saying rest in peace to your
Yep.
father.
So,
Blaze Radio Dad Gumming. I was looking at Mitch's channel and it's on the network, lol. Okay,
come on,
everyone,
Blaze,
hit
you
the
should know
thumbs up and
that.
share this out.
You was
Yep.
on this, right, Blaze? You should know that by now.
Blaze was on this, yeah. He was on this
Exactly. I
show.
remember
Oh,
about a month and a half ago.
yep, he was on this show and he forgot. I don't know how, but he forgot. So let's get into a little bit of Eagles. Top five favorite Eagles of all time.
Five favorite Eagles of all time. I'm just gonna go in any order here, so it's not necessarily ranked, just names that come to mind. So you got
Go for it.
Concrete Charlie, Chuck Bednarik,
Okay.
Reggie White,
Ooh. Okay.
Jerome Brown.
Nice.
Still have his jersey, which I got from my dad.
Yeah.
Well, I took once I was going through his clothes when he was gone, I looked for Sigurd. Is there anything I would take? And I took that. And then McNabb, And of course, last but not least, Weapon X, Brian Dawkins.
Yep. Yep. I feel
Between
like
him and
Weapon
Ronnie
X.
Lott, the greatest free safeties in NFL history.
Yeah. So you wouldn't put McNabb up there? I'm just saying because McNabb's in mine. It's okay if he's not, but I was just
I mean,
wondering,
I
McNabb's not
put
up there?
him in my top 5. He was the 4th one I named, and then
Oh, I'm
Dawkins was
sorry. Deja vu. But yeah.
yeah, because he was the best franchise quarterback to date. Because we've had some good QBs pass through, but there were some guys like Van Brocklin. He was only there at the end of his career for a few years. Jaworski, he had a nice few good years for us. And then he was with Miami as Marino's backup. McNabb was like the one that was like there a long time. Closest to behind that so far was Cunningham.
Yep. All right.
But plus
So
McNabb sticks out more because I remember him specifically. And we got
yeah.
to a Super Bowl and a couple conference championships where with Cunningham, we didn't get far in the playoffs with him.
No, we did not. We did not. So when I was growing up, he was my favorite player. So everything had like Eagles MK5 on it. So it would have been my email, my screen name, everything at that time was like MK5. So if you guys did not know that about me, well, there you go. There you go, Blaze. Now you don't have to ask me that on the last one. So yeah. So now, Nicky, here comes the time where you get to vote, or we're gonna cast your vote on who you want to be on the next Inside the Mind. So let's go right to the community tab on the Hardcore Sports Network. So
All
you
right.
get to pick Tymus, Sports Rap and his brother, TRL or YTC. Because I know you know Tymus, I know you know Sports Rap and his brother. So, and I know you know TRL and YTC. So, who do you think I should interview next? And you guys can cast your vote on the Hardcore Sports community tab. Who do you got, Nicky? Who do you got?
I'll go with sports rapping, bro.
Oh, okay. I like that pick. I really like that pick. Okay. So if you guys want to vote on the Hardcore Sports Network community tab for the next episode, you can do right there. And Nikki's vote counts as mine. So there you go. So, yep. So there is that. And if you guys have any questions for Nikki, or yeah, if you have any questions for Nikki, now is your time. So chat questions are now available. And I see you, William, being a Cowboys fan, all that. I see that. But you already had your interview, Mitch, twice. Well, at the very end, I need someone to interview me, Tyler, and AK, and that's you. And that's you. So yeah, if you guys have any questions for my vote's already been casted. Okay. How? No one is a Cowboys fan here. Nice try. Nice try. Keep having fun on the Facebook side. Really appreciate it. But I do have one question, Nikki.
Go
What
for
is
it.
your favorite part about the Pick and Roll podcast? What is your favorite part about that?
Favorite part is being on there. That's yeah, just being on there, getting to talk basketball with you guys. It gives me something to do during that time period where I'm available to just forget about what's going on around me, forget about anything with family or work or any of that. Just leave that aside till whenever it needs to be addressed and just talk some basketball and have some fun doing it. Listen to your guys' take, get to share my take, have some fun, maybe do a little fun back and forth. Just get to share my thoughts on stuff I've been looking at.
Yep.
It's funny, it just
And
me and what set up that stream for Tuesday. I was thinking about it because I was starting to think a little bit about my journey on YouTube to get myself and I prepared to answer so I could make sure I had
yeah.
some idea of what to say. And I started thinking, I'm like, think about some of the streams I did. Like, man, I had a lot of fun with them. I'm like, I need to try to fit one or two in there. So thought,
Yeah.
all right, NBA Finals is right around the corner. Let's do a preview when I have the opportunity to do Tuesday, 1 p.m. That's usually a great time for me. Let's do it. So I just
Yep.
set it up, and so there you go. Tuesday, 1 p.m. I'll do an NBA Finals preview, my channel and the Hardcore Sports Network. on YouTube and Twitter.
Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
I think Blaze
So
has a
we got to,
question.
yep. Nicky, if you could not be an Eagles fan, what other NFL team would you cheer for? And why is it the Steelers since they are amazing?
Like I can't think of an answer for that one, bro. He's like, if you're holding a gun to my head, you're just going to have to pull the trigger at that point.
Right.
Because once I got on board with the Eagles, especially, it was easy for me, especially being in the New Jersey area where Eagles are local. I already had one parent who was an Eagles fan who took me to a few preseason games when I was younger. So I had that connection there. And then plus, of course, you had more Eagles fans at school. And then, on TV, there was Eagles stuff on. So it was just easy to just connect with it right off the bat.
Right.
Just easy.
I agree with that because I am an
another question.
Oh, another one? Let's
Yeah.
see here. It's easy. Who is your second favorite team?
No,
here it is. Nicky, if you could meet and hang out with one sports personality, alive or dead, who would it be?
Muhammad Ali.
There you go. There you go. I like that one. It's easy. Who's your second favorite NFL team?
Easy. The team that's playing the Cowboys.
I love that. Ali, nice. Yeah.
Yep.
Looks like we got a boxing fan in the building. So, yeah. All right, guys. With that, for actually one last question here. All right, fine. Does it hurt every time when the Cowboys beat you?
9 times out of 10. But like, if it's a throwaway game, I don't care.
Right. Exactly. Team against the Cowboys. I love that answer. Perfect. And then the very last question. What advice would you give a new content creator?
First thing to do is make sure you know what you're trying to get out of it. Are you just doing it as a hobby, or are you actually trying to do this full time one day? Like, make sure you know what you're trying to get, and then make sure everything you create's geared in that direction. If you're trying to do this full time, you got a day job, okay, spend your time at night working, promoting, build up. If you're doing this as a hobby, okay, just come on here, say what you got to say. Don't worry about any views. Just speak your piece on here. Have fun with it. It mostly depends on what you're trying to get out of it.
Perfect answer. And again, for me, I've said this in the last couple of Inside the Minds, gotta have thick skin for me, because that's the number one thing. You have trolls, you have people going left and right, saying like your voice, your hair, whatever it is,
And
or if they're a
for me,
Cowboys
I
fan
say
that has
people
no
like
life
that-
like this.
Dude, people like that you don't even, the people you don't even know in person.
Right.
And if you met these people in person, they would just hide from you if you saw them in person. So don't even worry about stupid stuff like that. If they want to keep coming at you and you get tired of reading them, just block them. I mean, yeah, I understand like little troll stuff like that. I say let them, because they're just giving you more views.
Correct.
But if they keep coming at you, just block them.
Yep. All right. Have a good day, William. We'll talk to you later. Hopefully, I'll probably talk to you tomorrow on Cool Cat Mitch. But yeah, guys, without further ado, that concludes Inside the Mind, episode 14. And Nicky, is there anything you got to say? Anything you want to promote? I know you got a show Tuesday. Is there anything else you got coming up?
I mean, at the moment, I got the NBA Finals preview Tuesday, 1 p.m. Then we got Pick and Roll Podcast episode 74 on Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if there's any major stories going on in the news, you can expect a few YouTube shorts on that. Or if it's something that's like serious that needs detail, you could expect me to drop a video on it.
And guys, he does a great job at YouTube Shorts. You upload like what, 2 or 3 a day now?
Sometime.
I see that.
Either that, or I just on certain days I just stay away and then come back whenever something's going down.
Of course, that's a good one. And William, we appreciate you supporting us, bro. Really do. We just hate your team. There's a difference. But on that being said, make sure you can check out this episode on Spotify. That is a Hardcore Sports Network podcast on Spotify. And with that being said, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because I want to see who's next on Inside the Mind. Without further ado, oh wait, we got another comment here. Okay, I mean, yeah, have a great day, man. It's all good, man. It's all love. All love. We accept every fan base. Without further ado, we'll catch you all later. Have a great day. Peace.